So yeah, I'm going to just update everybody for the future. I created a Discord. If you want to join my Discord after the stream, it's over here. Then on this side, I actually have 3 monitors you can't see. But what I want to do, because since there's no people I can talk to, I'm going to talk with GPT, whatever, about what I want to talk about. So maybe later in the future, if I have real people, I can have some real conversations. But right now, let's ask ChatGPT what I can do. Okay, Mr. ChatGPT, what makes a person intelligent? Let me see here. Intelligence is a complex trait that encompasses various cognitive abilities, problem-solving skills, creativity, emotional intelligence, and adaptability. Here are some factors that contribute to a person's intelligence. Cognitive abilities. These include memory, attention, language comprehension, spatial. How do you? This is kind of a. I mean, I know this word, but I don't know it like super perfectly. It's called spatial reasoning. Reasoning. So I'm gonna have to look up that word. I don't know exactly. I know kind of what it is, but I don't know exactly what it is. So again, this live stream is about intelligence. Yes, I wasted the first 10 minutes. So what? This is just the first episode. And welcome to my room. I don't want to have this like professional studio in the back. It's kind of more my personality of the gym. That's kind of better. Okay, continuing on. Okay, so we need this and logical thinking. And so to be intelligent, number one is your cognitive abilities. So an individuals with strong cognitive abilities can process information efficiently and effectively. Okay, number two is problem solving skills. So problem solving. So now that you have intelligence, you know how to think. You have to actually solve a problem. You know, it's like you have a hammer and now you have to find the nail and hit it, right? So your brain is the hammer and the problem is the nail. So let me write that in. Your brain is the hammer and the problem is the nail. Okay. And this requires critical thinking and creativity. All right, so and then capacity. You know, capacity is one of the most interesting traits in my opinion, because a lot of people are creative and they do have critical thinking and they know how to solve problems, but like they don't have a capacity. They solve maybe, for example, 7 problems instead of 12 problems. So capacity is the difference maker. Capacity is the difference maker. And then you actually have to use up your capacity at full operational efficiency. So now that you have a capacity, you have to have operational efficiency to think abstractly. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage one's own emotions. So number three is emotional intelligence, and I sort of agree because, in my opinion, emotions are in intuitions. It's not because you need to love something or hate something or be sad or happy. It's just about using your natural reflexes into motion as emotions. So that's kind of where the word emotions come from, because it's a motion, and it's the E is stands for whatever, but the motion it's inside of emotion. So you have to have empathy, awareness, and communication. Okay, great. Then adaptability. Number four is adaptability. So then after you're sort of smart and you're solving problems, you're using your emotions, then you got to be adaptable. Because things change, new situations can arise. You have to learn from experience, adjust your behavior, and flexibility is going to allow you to thrive in a changing environment and overcome obstacles more effectively. So number five is curiosity. Number five is curiosity, which is kind of interesting. I sort of agree with that because you have to have an open mind, because there's always a changing world. You're not in the same world. And I know the smartest people, especially lawyers that are like super smart, the problem they have is they're such quick at solving problems that they think it's like, if I ask you what's 5 times 5, you just say, oh, 25, right? You didn't really think, am I making the right calculation? And let me double check it and verify it, because that's what computers do now anyway. But I think the lawyers are some of the smartest people just because their job is based on logic, not because the people behind them are smarter. It's just because if you practice logic every day, you're more your mental model and your neurology is gonna naturally have a proclivity to trigger yourself in a logical way. So now we officially have zero people watching the chat, which is fine. I'm gonna do this live stream, and then I'm gonna create a PowerPoint, and I'm gonna make a PowerPoint video out of this. All right. So next we have adaptability. Intelligent individuals can quickly adapt to new situations, learn from experiences, and adjust their behaviors accordingly. This flexibility allows them to thrive in changing environments and overcome obstacles more effectively. Curiosity and open-mindedness. Yeah, intelligent people. Yeah, we did that. Persistence and resilience. Intelligence is not about just an innate ability, but also how individuals approach challenges and setbacks. So you're curious, you have an open mind, and then you're like, "Ugh, there's a problem." Now you have to overcome it with persistence and resilience. And people who are persistent and resilient, which is easier to say than do. The doing is the hard part. Uh, there's a natural resistance to do. But if you're willing to persevere through difficulty, you're more likely to achieve success and demonstrate intelligence. And demonstrate, oh, I like this. Demonstrate intelligence in action. Let me write that, in action. So I call this performance, right? And I don't mean like not like drama, but like um business performance, right? Sort of like that. It's not like, oh, I'm performing. It's more like there's metrics 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 that metrics that are measured. So let's say you let's just kind of choose this example. Let's say you're measuring how happy you're making another person, for example. You can measure that by how many times they smile, or you can count the number of sentences that are quote unquote positive or negative, or quote unquote compliments. So metrics that are measured. Okay, great. So um okay, persistence, social skills and cultural factors. um Social skills is the ability. So what are we, number five, number six? They're not exactly, because I'm using ChatGPT, right? But they're not exact. I don't agree with this list necessarily. It's just that it's convenient. But some of the stuff I'm not, how do you say? I'm reinterpreting the data it gives me in real time, because I don't necessarily I'm subordinating ChatGPT under me, if that makes sense. And that's what you should do, because it's just a machine. It doesn't think. I mean, it's a combination. It's an aggregate of thoughts. But who knows? It makes mistakes all the time, and even as it gets better, it's always skewed, right? I mean, unless it's math. Math is kind of like proven to be correct, although it makes math mistakes too. We're just not there yet. I guess the point is, humans are still smarter than AI, and for us to fully let go and trust AI might be like 50 years, but on occasion it's more like it's good enough. Is what I'm saying. It's good enough. All right. So number six is social skills. So number five, curiosity. Number six is social skills. Because unfortunately, we don't live alone. We live in a world with lots of people, and we have to talk and communicate. And there's communication and leadership and teamwork and social dynamics and relationships. So then at the end of it, I guess you can wrap it around and then ba 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 ba. I guess intelligence, and then I guess you could call it the nature nurture. Number seven, I would say, is nature versus nurture. Um. So let me ask it again. What is nature versus nurture? It's a long-standing debate in psychology and other fields about the relative importance of genetic factors versus environmental influences shaping human traits, behaviors, and abilities, such as intelligence. Right. So, nature is the genetic influence. It's about inherited traits determining your human development, also your temperament, your personality, your physical characteristics, genetic predispositions are stable across different environments. So that's kind of interesting. I didn't really, it makes sense, but I didn't really know that genetic predispositions are stable across different environments. But the other one is nurture. It's the environmental influence, and nurture is sort of your upbringing after your genetics. It says here it's your education, and education means not just what school you went to, but maybe something you learned from your parents, the culture, your life experiences, basically what shaped you. And advocates on the nurture side argue that external influences play a significant role in shaping who we are, often emphasizing the importance of learning, socializing, and environmental context. In reality, most researchers and scholars recognize that both nature and nurture interact in complex ways to influence human development. Many traits and behaviors result from the interplay of genetic predispositions and environmental influences rather than being solely determined by one or the other. This perspective is often referred to as interaction. Okay, so I've sort of made my point. I'm going to make these in 30-minute bursts, these live streams, until we get more people. I think it can be a lot more interesting when more people will show up. But what is the point? I'm going to ask, what is the point of intelligence? So, the point of intelligence is multifaceted and serves various purposes in your life and society. So, that's kind of interesting. It says it's both for yourself and society, which I guess by extension, it means your family and your community and your country and then society. So, problem solving. The purpose of intelligence is to solve problems. So, the per the purpose of intelligence is to solve problems and learn and grow, innovate. I would say also express creativity because that's part of having fun. Communicating, let's just call it collaborating. Personal fulfillment, I guess so, although it's more of a byproduct. Contributions to society. I don't know how many people actually, I think it just happens. A lot of people want to contribute to society. It's just that it's hard. There's not much to contribute. It's almost it's I would say competitive in instinct performance competitive performance while contributing to society. I guess I could live with that. And then adaptive evolution. So it's then adaptive evolution, adapt. I'm just gonna say adapt and evolve. Okay, so that now we have our purpose, and we have our purpose. It's kind of like an abstract concept, talking about all these psychological terms. It's really easy actually to apply it in a context, but there's no audience here today, so I'm just talking to myself. And I'm just gonna run it up to 30 minutes and then I'll finish. And then hopefully next time some people will come. Let's see here. So it's about enhancing your life. Let's write that in. That's not a bad one. It's about enhance your enchants. I wrote enchants or enhance. Enhance your life. Navigate intentionally. Influence the environment and I guess I would just say follow through, follow your intentions. That's because goals are far intentions are near. Uh, um, all right, so let me ask some more idea for a video about. Let's ask, what would ChatGPT say about a video about intelligence? It's a wide range of possibilities depending on the target audience, the intended message, and the desired format. Here is an idea, a synopsis. It's an intriguing question. What is intelligence and how does it shape our world? Exploring this concept with a combination of expert interviews. No combination. No combination of expert interviews. Okay? Just me. Get it? Sometimes one Elon Musk is better than all the scientists in the world combined. Now, I'm not saying he can exclude them. I'm saying in a hierarchy, he starts at the top, and people higher up in the hierarchy have more high quality opinions. And it's almost like this pyramid, right? The higher, let me write that in. The higher up, the hierarchy. How do you spell hierarchy? Hierarchy, pyramid. You climb, the less people there are, but more high quality, information, I guess slash knowledge slash IQ. So yeah, that's what I want to say is you don't need to interview 25 experts. Although that does sort of like satisfy the human desire for variety. The thing is, interviewing 20 above average people is a lot worse than think of it like music, right? Would you rather listen to every single artist and get a variety of opinions, or just listen to the best song, whoever you think is the best, and just listen to all the persons or whatever, you know, hierarchies. That's my point. Is hierarchy. Okay, the science behind intelligence, neurobiology, environmental influences. Experts discuss the latest findings. That's not true. Not true. Wisdom is eternal. Latest findings maybe biased, I think. Biased. So you're looking for eternal wisdom. You're not really looking for something that's the latest. What does it mean to be the latest? Although that does make sense that the newest information is the best, it's also a fallacy. It's kind of like this double-edged sword. Yeah, we're smarter than we are, 100 years ago, but also we still make mistakes. So it's not, especially the news lies every day. It's almost interesting to catch them when they're not lying, because they're lying all the time. All right, the real life stories. That's kind of cool. Real life stories, because stories are sort of like little capsules of reality. It's an experience that you could swallow, put it in, absorb it. Real stories are really great. Entrepreneurs innovating in their field, everyday people overcoming challenges. I guess the everyday people. Who is an everyday person? Who is an everyday person. Who is this person? Everyday people. I'm an everyday person. These people, when they write these articles, zero. And I mean, it's not. It's a machine. Okay, I can't criticize it too much. It's just a machine crunching information. Role of education is to nurture, develop intelligence. I guess not really. It's really to push you down to the. The role of education is to push you to the next level. It's not to nurture you. It's definitely a lot of my classes either were too easy or they drowned me. They're definitely the amount of classes that nurtured me, I could count on my fingers or less. Intelligence in society. Society is like an abstract word because what is society? 50 people in Congress? Like, what is society? Controversies, artificial intelligence. Ooh, controversial. Is AI controversial? Is AI controversial? Okay, conclusion and call to action. Importance of nurturing intelligence. All right, I'm going to have you call to action. Call to action. Okay. So I'm going to give you a call to action, as the article states, to contribute to a more intelligent and compassionate world. All right. So join the Discord. Leave a comment. Wait for me to finish my book. And then, okay, I guess follow me on X/Twitter. So we have YouTube. Wait for me to finish. And subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe. YouTube at QuickBrainPower. Okay, so I'm finished. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to do more of these live streams. Hopefully more people will join. Bye-bye.